Okay, quite a bit of mess here, but let me just blast through all this, and if you guys have any questions, let me know. So, okay, so when they were talking about the article, they were so when I'm back when his team was questioning him, so his lawyers were
Okay.
questioning him. This is before the cross.
So direct examination, yeah.
Direct examination. When they were showing him, I wrote article. I guess it was the article, not in People magazine, but was there one before that they showed him?
There were a couple.
Yes.
They did the Hollywood Reporter.
And then
That's the
People
one.
magazine.
That's the one. So when they showed him that, that's the first time I noticed, for almost the first time ever, that Amber was holding her gaze on him. Usually, if you look at her almost in any witness up until now, it's very rare that she keeps her eyes on someone. Typically, she's looking down, writing something. She looks up for a second, and like it's almost like a pit stop. She looks up and then over to her lawyers and over and back here. She has a hard time really looking at people. This is something we see in people when they don't want to face what's being said. So it's very normal that she would do this. I'm not saying it indicates deception, just that obviously so far we're seeing witnesses that are on his side, so she has a hard time facing that. When this article came up, she was looking at him, dead focused, and a lot of people said in the comments that at some point we saw a quick little smirk. I think she's enjoying twisting the knife. Like, I planted this article, this article hurt you, and I'm now twisting the knife. And it's
I was actually
kind of great.
I was kind of wishing that we could see her face when he was talking about how for so long afterwards, it was like morning until night, it was on his mind. It was like basically just consuming his entire brain, basically. I kind of wish that they would have cut to her to see her reaction then, because that sounds very much what somebody like a total narcissist would absolutely love hearing. Is like, I'm living in your head rent free forever.
I agree, and I do think, although we didn't see it in that moment, we saw moments of that. Even during the People magazine, she's focused on him. There was a really cool moment where when he was talking about in a relationship, you share your truth with someone. I don't know if you guys remember when he said that line, and he moved the mic closer to him, and he moved closer to the mic. This wasn't deliberate. There was no indication that this was planned out or that he was doing this on purpose. But as he said the line, "You tell your truth," he went closer to the mic. It's very rare that someone thinks of the concept of truth when not being truthful and does a move like that to make sure, like, to commit to that truth. So that was really great to see, because typically the concept of truth makes liars nervous. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, and it wasn't like, I'm going to say
Yes,
this.
it does.
It's not like he's going to grab the mic and go, I'm going to make sure and say this. It's just as he spoke about the concept of truth, he got comfortable and moved the mic closer, which was really awesome to see. Here's another thing about Johnny Depp. If he wanted to be more convincing in his anger or in his sex, a lot of people say, and I've said this myself as well, they're both actors. I think a lot of people give her way too much credit for a lot of the more micro expressions that we see. Like, oh, come on, she's an actress. Some of this stuff is not easy to simulate. In his case, if he wanted to make a more compelling case, he knows how to do that. Like, if we look at this slow cadence and how he's going through his things and he's hesitating, he knows how to not do that if he doesn't want to. So I do believe that we're seeing a lot of true emotion there. Almost done with Johnny.
Yeah, it's like he's not overselling it, like I said before.
Yeah. When he talks about Disney and how he lost the contract, Alita, we do see what you were talking about. We do see, again, she's looking at him and there's pride there. She's leaking.
She smiles on that Pirates contract. She does.
Exactly. Did you see that as well?
Oh, I saw her smile specifically on the point of the Pirates contract, and I don't know.
Exactly.
I'm not as good as you. I can't guess as to that, but she's definitely smiles. She tries to hide it, loses, and then like smiles into her attorney's arm.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. In the comments, Jay is saying, "Take your time." I want to hear from everyone else. I'm excited to hear everyone else. I'm just going to get through this. At some point after that, I commented on this in the comments. We do see genuine sadness from her. At one point, right after this, I'm going to go back, do a deep dive, and see what's being discussed, what could have caused this. It's really hard to know what's happening in her head at that point, but we see a genuine expression of sadness. And again, to everyone saying she's an actress, you clearly haven't seen Amber Heard movies. This is not something that she's extremely good at doing. If she could, she would have done it earlier. in the trial. There was other times where it would have been the right time to sell sadness when he's talking about how their lives fell apart. That would have been the time to fake that if she knew how to do it. But we saw a micro expression we rarely see in her. We saw the inner corners of the eyelids go up. This is very difficult to fake. Some really experienced actors can do it. Jim Carrey can do it, for example, famously. Johnny Depp can do it. But when those inner corners go up and we see the grief muscle up here folding down, and she had moisture in the eyes, and we had over here tension as well, this is real sadness, and it's not really easy to fake. And there are moments where if she knew how to fake this, she would have done it.